Okay, well, let's see. I might have to. Okay. Ooh, wow, I'm super bright. Let me get this link because my restream wasn't working. So let me go over here. Woo! I'm here. Well, I I was trying to get the live stream going on my YouTube and my actual Facebook. So I was using Restream. I'm super bright, super bright. Look at that. Woo! Maybe if I come back here, it's still bright. Okay, well, I'll share my screen and then maybe you guys will see such a bright Janice. Anyways, welcome. I am trying something new. And so what I'm doing now is let me go into my actual YouTube channel. So I was trying to do Restream, if any of you guys know what that is. And it's a program where you can actually, hey, hi Skeeter, thanks for showing up. So basically the Facebook again and YouTube wasn't working properly. So I was trying to use Restream and technical. That's why I had AD back in the days for chatting, right? I'm on Zoom. I want to try something different instead of Restream. Last week I was on I teach for like 20 minutes and then I ask questions afterwards. And it's a place for us to communicate and actually chat, a different type of format. It's no longer than a half an hour. Couldn't get it to work on the channel that I wanted it to. So YouTube could have been there. Unfortunately, it's a bummer. But at least Skeeter's here. At least somebody's here because it's so new that I don't expect people to be showing up. It's really about you guys showing up after the fact of the video being done. But it is a live chat, so I can answer your questions after I talk to you about today, which is, and I'll go back to my actual, because my YouTube channel is kind of funky right now, so I apologize. But today we're talking about pricing. And I am excited to talk about that because this is a question that I get a lot. I have two actual Facebook groups. One, the professional macro chat live, the professional macro group, which has over 9,000 people. And it's professional. So it means making money or putting your work in somewhere. It's not just, like all the other actual groups out there. At least that's my perspective of this group. Then I have the creative group, the creative lounge. We hang out once a month. And that is for macro, landscape, and nature photographers who want to monetize. Again, this is something that's within my heart. I've taught so many people on how to pull out the creative juices within themselves to make work that they truly love. And I love all that. This channel has everything. It has the basics to the professional side of macro photography, has landscape from the basics of landscape to hardcore landscape. And I'm going to be on a show soon, so I'll be sharing that with you too on post-processing in the macro, nature, and landscape and taking it to the next level. So I'm excited about that show. So I'll announce that soon. But today, let's get to it because it's only 30 minutes. It's a real quick. I want to talk for 20 minutes and I want to go over all of the questions that I can answer. And Skeeter, if you're the only one here, you rock. I get to answer all your questions. So let me just share my screen. And let's just do it this way. I apologize. Hey, well, you know what? I don't apologize. This is it. I want all of you to do this. I want you to actually progress, not perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect, but what you do is you give your heart and soul to it, right? So let me make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I know I'm delayed. I get it. So I'm just trying to check, and boy, is everything very, very slow. So yes, you are seeing my screen. Woohoo! So I'm going to go back and forth with you guys on me and, showing the slides. I want to go here to, I'm supposed to be on, oh, Skeeter, who else is here? Just Skeeter, you and me, Skeeter, that's all it is. That's cool. And I'm looking for actually my Zoom. Okay, there we are. There we are. So I want to welcome you for sure on tips on pricing your photography. And we're going to chat. Again, this is what it is. It's for professional or people that want to be professional, because a lot of photographers are so creative that they don't, they're a little nervous about getting into the professional field. And I'm here to help you because I love business. So we're going to chat today. I'm going to go through this. If I can get it moving. Oh, wow. Hold on right here. Let me go back. Yay. So today, what it is about purpose. The purpose of why I want to do this is because I want you to be confident with your pricing. That is my main goal for this call today. I want you to be confident with the pricing that I want to be able to get. Hold on one second. I'm going to stop my video for a second. Oh, let me see if it gets rid or if it's just showing my profile picture, because it's, I don't want you, I want you to be able to see everything. So I always say that, oh, good, it got rid of me. Yay. Cool. I'm delayed. But the reason why we're doing this is I want you to be confident. I want you to make sure that you, feel valued. You are valued. That's the whole thing. You are valued for what you do. And as you can see at the bottom, those are some of the things that I've been featured in. And it's because of the strive of moving forward in my photography journey. So I want you to feel the same thing as what I felt, because there's a portion in your life that you're just like, I love this, but why do all the work that I'm doing is great for my soul, great for me to feel better. But then what's beyond that? You're just going to be a scroll in Instagram. Are you just going to be a scroll on Facebook? No, that's why I want to focus on this channel. So we're going to talk about, let's get this going. So I am learning how to, so the first thing I want to do though, is I will tell you that an important thing is to definitely make sure that you do have at least a portfolio that you're super excited about. You really want to make sure that the portfolio is something that you love and you are happy to be able to price your work, because we're talking about pricing. So it makes it easy when you put the sticker price on what we're going to be sharing today. If you need help, then the mentorship I have a mentorship program. It's a one-time payment and you can join for life. And I will help you figure out what you want and be confident in the work that you're making to sell. So if you need that help, then definitely check that out. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about 3 types of pricing today. There's a variety of pricing. Again, once I go through all this, then I will answer your questions. So keep a paper and pen if you are confused about anything that I talk about within this section. So we're going to talk about 3 things, which is the fine art. We're going to talk about that pricing. We're going to talk about commission pricing, and we're going to talk about licensing. And when I talk about this, it's not about portraiture. It's not about wedding. This is for you photographers that love macro, nature, and landscape. That's what I want to help. There's not very many people that do this to help you guys. There's tons of wedding and portraits that help the business side, but this business side, I really want to help you. Okay, so let's get to fine art. Why does it keep doing that? It's so frustrating. So we're going to talk about fine art first. The fine art pricing is actually very, very straightforward. And fine art is really, what that means is your work is already made. You have already made it. You are ready to present it out to the world and, make sure that you are making money from it. Why not? Why not? So I want you to know that you are not Target. You are not Walmart. Anybody can go and shopping and grab an image that way. So when I talk about this fine art work, I want you to remember that, again, you are valued. And what's important is that you go beyond just selling the fine art image. And so what do I mean by that? So I'll tell you the price, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more. So the average price for fine art is how much did it cost for you to make that image? How much did it cost for shipping, tax, printing, whatever it did to actually physically have that image to sell to your clients? How much did it cost you? Everything down. This is not time, though. This is just the actual physical piece of what you're selling. So that right there, times it by 4, that's your price. Limited editions, totally different. We could talk about that in a different way later. I'm not talking about limited editions because I really want to hit on the other two. So basically times it by 4. But what makes you different is that you know your client. I want you to know this price, know who the client is purchasing your work, and you're going to be different because they're going to buy the piece and you're going to give them something special. A handwritten note. Thank you so much. I would love to see the piece in your home if it's a home that's buying this. It's a fine art piece of work that I'm so happy that you have purchased this, and whatever, say something about the piece that they purchased so they understand the thought process just a little bit. You don't need to do a whole thing, but you do need to keep connecting. The price goes with it. So I'm talking about pricing, but I'm talking about different than what the normal people do that throws it on the website and hope that people will actually buy. Well, no. You're going to price it, and then you're going to connect with them, and you're going to give them something with value for the piece. Okay, so here, that's the first one. Again, we'll go into a little bit more. So we're going to do next, what's going to happen is we're going to talk about number 2, and that's commission work. So commission work is really important because this is, to me, what I love to do. Well, I went black for a second. There's commission work. So commission work is special because you make work for someone else. So that's exactly what happens with commission. And it's really something that I would love for you to strive for. So what you do with commission work, you up the price because this is personal. This is personal. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the fine art price that I just talked to you, and you're going to add your hour rate, $100 an hour. And I know that you're probably saying to yourself, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? Right? So no, it's okay. It's okay because when somebody wants, they've already know you, commission work is usually they've already seen your work, they like your work, and they want something special. So the 100 an hour is it's special for them. You always have to charge for time. So if you times the how much it is by 4, whatever the piece is, and then what I would do if you've never done this before is I would actually ask, maybe a friend or family member and say, hey, I'd like to make a piece for you, and don't charge them the 100 an hour, but it will give you an estimated time on how long does it take for you to make a piece for them. But when it comes to the commission, you need to really pay attention, because most of the time you're going to talk to them on the phone. You're going to find out exactly what they want. That's time. You're going to shoot. That's time. You're going to post process. That's time. You're going to send it out to be purchased. That's time. All the facts down of exactly all the time it takes to make this work specifically for them. And that is really special for us photographers that are into the macro, nature, and landscape. This is something that once I sold a couple pieces the regular way, I went to make commission work, and it is absolutely amazing. So, but if you feel like your price is way too high, then you need to cut down on your time a little bit. So, I feel like if you're quick, if you feel uncomfortable, pay attention, because you are, again, valued. I'm going to say this again, you're valued. You got to remember that what you make, it may seem easy to you, but for other people that are not photographers, it's not going to feel easy for them. I mean, they like your work. So that is a commission. Charge them $100 an hour, and make sure that, once again, just like the fine art, then what you'll do is you'll even make, like I used to do, if it was a commission piece and a licensing piece, which I'm going to talk about licensing next, I gave mugs to my clients because I knew they were coffee or tea drinkers. And what I would do is have the image on the mug that they commissioned or they licensed. And then I would have, a thank you on the back and the website, Sullivan J Photography. And of course, I would write something handmade. I really appreciate it. Please share with me an image, a photograph of where it's at. I'd love to see this and see the piece hanging. And then, it's communicating again. So that's part of the pricing. We're talking about pricing. This is part of pricing. Trust me on this. It works wonderful. Plus, you're communicating with the people that love your work. Okay, so now let me go ahead and share with you my favorite. This is Janice's expertise. The other two are wonderful, so don't get me wrong, but this is what I truly, truly love, and that is licensing your work. Now, licensing is pretty, it's pretty, let me just get out of there so you can see. So I want you to think about this licensing. It can be very, very scary when you license your work, because this is something where most of the time it's business to business. And the reason why I'm sharing with you Photo Shelter is because when I started getting into licensing, I absolutely fell in love with it. And Photo Shelter rocks. That's a company that holds a lot of my work. But they actually use a standard software program that I'm going to share with you today to help you understand about licensing. And so I actually have used Photo Quote for years. And let me make sure. Now, you see over here to the right where I'm sharing with you, like all these check off things. That's why I feel like, there is a standard for certain things that you're going to license your work with. I mean, there's tons of things, you guys. You got to just trust me on this. But excuse me. So here is Photo Quote. Like I said, I've used this for years since it first came out. I had to get a drink of water because I'm afraid I'm going to cough all over you guys. Anyways, Photo Quote rocks, and you can buy it. I'll share the prices with you, so we'll go through that. But they really do. They take all the information that you would normally have to research on your own to find out how much it costs to, say, put an image with a company that wants to put an image in, let's just say my thing, like a business, right? A business of theirs in a, foyer or something, wherever. I mean, they have everything. They rock it so well that I highly recommend them. And I'm not even affiliated with them. Okay. I just know that they work really, really good and have helped me in so many ways when it comes to pricing. That's what we're talking about. So what they've done is, again, I'm not affiliated. I'm just sharing this with you because I don't want you to be all stressed about this kind of pricing. And what they do is they actually have now keywords. They have Photo Quote, which is what I've used forever. And now they have this other one called Photo Biz. And I don't know what the Photo Biz, and I can only assume because I haven't used it, because Photo Quote is the one that I've truly used. But I would think that, you could try it. I went on their website just to see real quick because I haven't been there in a long time, and you could try it for free just to test it out and see if you really like it. Like I would check personally, I would just check this out and see if it's really interesting. Photo Keyword and Photo Biz to go with Photo Quote. I know Photo Quote rocks, and I highly recommend it if you're going to license your work. I just don't know about these others, to tell you the truth. But there's so many ways to license your work with business to business. That's, again, most of the time what you're licensing. So I also want to talk about pricing on don't discount your work itself. I want you to think about it's good to actually, in the beginning, you may want to discount. Oops, sorry. I had to put myself back on. You may want to do a discount, but because in the beginning you may want to do this, but when you're truly getting involved with your actual photography selling and pricing your work, I wouldn't discount the work. What I would do is give benefit somewhere else. So maybe you could, if you want to start this off, don't discount the work and say, with this purchase, you can also have blah, and you're not saying that you're discounting that piece. You're just going to give them a bonus of something. It's up to you to figure out what you want. For me, it was cards. Back in the days, we used to do a lot of writing, and nowadays it's not. You guys, the young, now with the technology, you might have something else that you may want to give them. Maybe a calendar that goes on their desktop. I don't know. I'm just saying, think beyond, be creative. You're creative already. Think beyond and do that way to attract the clients to get to the pricing that you want. Let's see what my next slide is, because I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. Let's do that. Let's go over there. Oh, I wanted to share this with your pricing. So, I did say to check in. So it is important. Let me just share with these next couple of slides, and then I'll just leave myself on here. So maybe not. Maybe I'll take myself off. I don't even know where to. Okay. Well, it's cool. You'll see it soon. It's just really delayed. There I am. After they receive the purchase, like I say, please check in with them. That's super important, and see how they like it. And what's going to happen is they're going to keep you connected with your clients. And with the pricing, I just want to give you a bonus tip, and that is to, if they really love it and say, thank you so much, just ask them, do they have anybody else that would be interested in your work? And if you could use them as a testimonial, and guaranteed, if you make sure what's right after that, when they get their actual piece after they paid, and they'll get their piece, ask this, they'll be so excited. They'll say, of course, this is something that's really important. This little bonus that I want you to give you guys. Please ask. And oh, here I just said, don't discount. It's already going backwards again. This is something that's really funky. So this is it. This is the prices. Okay. So it's the fine art, times it by 4. It is the, which I love, commission work, times it by 4, and then pay attention to how much it, oop, there goes the dog. It wouldn't be live if it wasn't for my dog barking. And then check out the hourly rate on, get an estimate of your hourly rate so you can kind of talk to them and say, it'll approximately take me so many hours to do this, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I gave you some suggestions. And then definitely license. It rocks. License rocks. It really, really does. I want to thank you for being adventurous and coming to this, especially you, Skeeter. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will take questions. So let me stop the screen share. This is only for a half an hour. I'm trying something different. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, then if I don't see the thumbs up, I won't be doing this anymore. I just wanted to try something different to see if you guys like this. I mean, if you like this, I'll just do a chat on, well, teach you something learning, and then I'll answer questions. Skeeter, do you have any questions? Let me ask. And then if you have missed this, then what I'll do is I'll answer questions in the comments section. So if you've watched this after, because it's so new, I haven't kept a schedule. I'm not expecting a lot of people to show up, but I do want to help you. That's why it's live. So if this is working, this is like a test. You should always test your business, test to see what works. And if it works, keep it going. If it doesn't work, it's time to go. So I want to test this out, see if you guys like it. I'd like to answer your questions now, or I'll answer it down below. I just tested this. I could see I have a huge delay. I can see it because I'm on my laptop over here. If you have any questions on pricing your work, I will talk about limited editions on a different segment, but those 3 are the most important for you to get started. And I'm hoping I'm going to wait for a little bit, have some water, and see if you have any actual questions, and then I will say goodbye. Okay. When I pick up my water, I'll know that you guys don't have questions. and that I've been very thorough. But maybe you have a question on pricing that a client may have said, well, can you give me a discount? Why? Then go to, you wouldn't tell them this, but then go to Target. I'm going to give you more, and you're going to express that too. And I would express that on my website. I would express that this is something, that is above and beyond what normal pricing would be. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and I apologize if I missed a question. I will answer them down in the comments. So come back and let me know again if you like this. Give it a thumbs up. I hope I gave you some value today, and you have a wonderful day. Cheers.